we're in a funny time when this is a hot take. How about schools take up the cause of reading, writing, math? You know, maybe that would be a good thing. But unfortunately, instead of that, our schools are singing songs that discriminate against children if they're unvaccinated. Like this Upper Westside Middle School, where had a holiday show featuring a song where kids held Pfizer and Moderna signs and were singing, "If you're not vaxxed, you're no friend of mine," to the tune of Safety Dance. Mind you, 1 in 5 kids at that school are unvaccinated. And so I actually have the pleasure of knowing this lovely woman right here. And it's not easy when you live on the Upper West Side to come out and be in the public like this. So, really, more power to her. It was covered by the Post. And so we'll go into this story here a little bit. An Upper West Side middle school is facing a tempest from parents after staging a play which warned unvaccinated kids would not have friends. The December holiday show at MS 243. Hope you don't know anybody who goes there. Center School on 84th Street and Columbus Avenue featured around 10 fifth to 8th graders swaying back and forth while belting out lyrics to the 80s hit The Safety Dance, including "If safe to vax, it's safe to vax. If your friends don't vax, then you're no friend of mine." Right? And then you can see down here these signs, and basically these are mocking conservatives and those seeking medical or religious exemptions. So the one sign says, "I fear God, not COVID," and then, "I am not a science experiment." And so these aren't being held up because they're like, oh yeah, they believe in this, so they're trying to show another point of view. They're being held up as a mockery. Like, that's ridiculous. These people are crazy. And then here's a close up of those signs that the kids were holding that says Pfizer, Pfizer. This one says Moderna, Moderna. So, yay. It's like, let's be an advertisement for the pharmaceutical companies. It's so sick. So unvaccinated children were involved in this. And so can you imagine being made to sing this song? And again, shout out to Antigen for speaking out. She said, "I do not know for a fact that he's been exposed to hurtful things being said around him. This I can tell you for a fact." Oh, I do know for a fact that he's been exposed to hurtful things. So I believe she's talking about her son. She's saying that he's been exposed to hurtful things, right? Hurtful things were said to him about the vaccine by other kids. And I know this is the case. I've heard this story over and over again from kids or their parents about how their kids are unvaccinated and they're being made fun of in school, or they're being left out of things in school because they're unvaccinated. And in New York City, it's not something that you can just hide or go unnoticed, because there is a de facto mandate for the kids. Even though you don't have to have it, you have to have it if you want to do anything other than go to school. If you want to go to after school programs, if you want to swim, if you want to dance, if you want to play basketball, if you want to do the school play, if you want to go to the school play as a parent, you had to be vaccinated to go to that event as a parent. You cannot go into the school building in New York City unless you are, as a parent, unless you are vaccinated. If you are a kid, you can't do anything in New York City unless you are vaccinated. Can't go to a restaurant, you can't go to a museum, you can't go to a movie, you can't go to a concert. You cannot go to sporting events. Like, you can't do anything unless you are vaccinated in New York City. And so this is leaving whole swaths of kids and their families left out and being victim to bullying for this. "Oh, you can't come here with us," or, "Oh, you're going to get people sick." Imagine, imagine being in middle school and having the weight of the vaccine on you. I mean, as an adult, it's not an easy thing, but as a kid, this is what we're doing to our kids. It's it's it would be unfathomable if it wasn't going on, you know? So, there's an update on this. The superintendent of Manhattan and District 3 did immediately call Antigen, and it was sent to a special investigation. So it's nice when things seem to get follow up, but it's like, why did this even happen in the first place? And this isn't a first incident for this school either, because before this, Antigen reported that the school was discriminating against the unvaccinated in a different way. Right? So this is an email from the principal and it says, "Dear families, we have been fortunate, but today students did test positive. Unvaccinated children are to be notified." So basically they're saying if you're vaccinated, you're good. If you're unvaccinated, we're going to identify you and we're going to make sure that you get tested, and you can't come back to school unless you get tested. I'm sorry. So you're telling me that vaccinated people can't catch COVID just like unvaccinated? It's disgusting, right? So, in the one hand, it's like good to see that the district took action, but on the other hand, it's like you just reported them for the one thing. It got coverage in the post, and now you're reporting them for another thing. Oh yeah, we're going to follow up on it. And it gets another article in the post, but it's like what change is really happening? You're telling me that there's not discrimination still going on in that school? You're telling me that kids aren't still being made fun of in that school? You're telling me that the teachers who decided to put on that play are suddenly just, "Oh, yes, we've given up those ways," even though no action has been taken against them? No. And that's why personally I'm done with the system. My son, he still does attend a public school. I'm here, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing, how I'm gonna make this happen exactly, but I'm making moves. I'm making more content. I'm trying to grow this community. So definitely, if you're not, join Teaching Liberty community. It's a way that you can support me, help me make more content, grow that community. The other thing I'm doing is I'm gonna start a school locally. Some sort of co-op, homeschooling thing, services where parents don't have to have their kids in a school where they don't know what's going on all day. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I think that that's what we really need to do. If we want to get back to the fundamental American values and we want to do it in a way that doesn't lead to some type of violence, then we just need to start building our own things. It's not worth the fight of going out and trying to save these broken systems. We have to build our own, let those fall and replace them. When they are rendered irrelevant, we will have the things built up to the extent to replace them. We really, really, really need to start investing in our own. And I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you from YouTube and Twitter and these main things, but I also do have it running through my website. So like I said, that's the best place to watch Teaching Liberty Community. Um, and I'm definitely going to be looking into other platforms such as Rumble and these things, but it's like it's so much just to keep up this, like adding another place that I have to upload to on top of that. Ugh, I would love to. Like I said, the best way you can help me grow and support is Teaching Liberty Community. All right, what else do we got here? Oh yeah, one last thing I wanted to share connected to that last story is Antigen, who's the mom, who blew the whistle on her son's school, is also an artist, and she designed these posters right here. So good kids are compliant kids. You know, we got Kathy Hochul and the kids haul in masks. Just not. I don't have anything nice to say about Kathy Hochul, so maybe I just won't say anything. I have lots to say, but I just won't say anything at this moment in time. Oh man. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you've smashed that like button and leave me a comment down below. And while you're down there, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, which you can watch more of by clicking here, or for even more, go to teachingliberty.org and join our community today.